Hello everyone, this is Weber and I keep talking about some of the interesting things around design, product, tech, and also the things which are regarding your business and some of the things that I really like while I travel around different places of the world. Today there is a very interesting thing that I want to talk to you about. This is one of the learnings that I've made in the past few months. So if you would know that recently I moved to Dubai, and in Dubai there is a product that I'm working on for which I have designed the entire right to left experience for one of the companies. Now, how exactly is this right to left experience different from left to right? Most of the things just get mirrored. Now, again, to explain you what exactly LTR or RTL is, your left to right is basically English, Hindi, or all the languages which go from left to right. But there is also Arabic, which goes from right to left, and because of that, the experience changes entirely. So, if you would like to have an example, you can just look on my screen at this point of time. So this is how the experience changes. So just by seeing on this experience, you would think this is not that difficult, right? Because it is just that you are inverting everything. Your left to right is right to left. All the things which are on left get on right, and all the things which are on right get on left. But it is not really that easy. Let's just take example of one of the apps which is there in UAE. If you would see the top bar, the notification icon shifts to left side of the screen. The search bar is also moved from left side to the right side. The carousels are also having the direction not like our normal left to right thing, the left to right design. It is right to left, and also the bottom navigation is also inverted. But it is not always like that. So if you would see the icons, sometimes they're inverted, they are not. The typography is different. The other rules also keep on changing. So it is not just very simple. So let us just understand what all changes and what all doesn't. Let's see when to mirror, when to invert the things. So if you would take the example of this one, whenever there is an icon or any of the objects in the icon which is moving forward, that is when it needs to be mirrored. For example, this cycle, if you see the person who is riding the cycle, it is inverted. Similarly, the chat bubbles are also inverted, because if you would see the left to right is like this, and the Arabic one, which is right to left, is inverted. So that is why the icon for that also needs to be mirrored. Other than that, if you would see the volume button is also inverted. If you have the normal slider for the volume, and whenever I say normal, it's basically just things that I have seen till now. It's not anything that I'm against, or I'm saying that any other side of the thing is abnormal. But yeah, just giving a context of that. So volume slider is from left to right, and on the Arabic side it is right to left. Now the thing is that when not to mirror. So when do you not need to mirror? Whenever you are showing the passage of time. So the passage of time still remains the same. The clocks are same in the other parts of the nation and in the Arabic nations. So the clocks do not really get inverted. Also the slash, for example, whenever we are saying anything is not enabled, so the slash also doesn't need to be inverted. The slash remains the same. In addition to that, if you would see any of the objects holding like magnifying glass, like a cup, most of the people in Arab world also are right-handed, so logically that also doesn't need to be inverted. Also, very interestingly, the music player also doesn't need to be inverted. If it goes like this in the other parts of the world, it also goes like this in the Arabic world also, because it shows the passage of tape, not the time. Okay. Another very interesting thing is what happens to the digits and the numbers. Do digits and numbers also change in the Arabic world? Interestingly, most of the places or the designs that I have observed, the digits still remain the Roman, like they are still left to right and also in Roman numbers. So those remain the same, which is interesting because you are reading from right to left for the other characters or for all the other letters, but for the numbers you are going left to right. So that's an interesting thing, but yeah, that is something which is normalized at this point of time. Now there is one more very interesting thing, which is translation and the typography. While you are translating any of the apps from English to Arabic, there is generally MSA, which is Modern Standard Arabic. it is just like a standard Hindi or standard English, which uses some very difficult and technical words which are not used in the day-to-day life. So that is why you need to understand, whenever you are doing any professional translation, you can go ahead with MSA, but if you are doing some personal or some B2C experience, you can somehow go a little local about that. Now about the typography. Interestingly, while I was researching, there was not too much in the typography. So in the typography, generally Noto Sans and Cairo is being used. There are some other typography also, but while I was researching, I got to know that Noto Sans and Cairo are the widely used ones. Other platforms are using, you can say, customized or their own licensed fonts. So that is also something which is there. Now about the imagery. Imagery needs to be customized and also not stereotyped at the point of time. We need to understand, whenever we are building an experience for any of the people of their region, we need to make sure that we involve them but do not stereotype them in any way. So we need to keep that thing in mind. Another very new part that I got to know was about the text fields. So whenever you are making any of the text fields, the input, if it remains Roman, it is left to right. But if there is any of the translations of let's say numbers, it remains left to right, because you see there is a prefix of the number which is still on the left. So that doesn't change. That is all that I learned about the Arabic translation or the Arabic conversion of the English product design. There are many other things that I learned. I have made or I've written a detailed article about this on Medium. You can find the link of this in the description below. In addition to that, I've also provided the resources through which I got this information, so you can just have a detailed look at it. Those are really very helpful articles which really helped me out when I was designing this particular experience. If you really like this video, you would also like another video which I have created, which is what do product designers do. You can have a look at it in the I button. So that is another thing. If you really like this video, just like, and also like, if you want to understand anything further, or if you want to ask anything, just put it down in the comments. Or if you want to have a detailed discussion with me, you can also book your call on TopMate. I've already had a discussion with around 30 to 35 people, and they really like the conversation. You can just have a look at the testimonials of the call also, so you can do that also. If you just want to connect with me on LinkedIn, I will put the link of that in the description below. I like to post about design, product, tech, anything that I like when I am traveling to different places, and memes. So if you really like to discuss or see those, just have a look at my LinkedIn and you can just follow me over there. And please just subscribe to this channel. It is really very helpful to me. And until the next video, I will see you, and peace.